Alright guys, we've got another game review. This time we're looking at Lost Ark from the perspective of a non-MMO player. So I myself, I don't play a lot of MMOs, I don't buy into the hype, I was never much into WoW. I think the only MMO I ever actually played seriously was RuneScape back in the day. And I still kind of keep my account alive, but I don't really play it intensively, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take a look at Lost Ark and give a perspective from somebody who's not a, no life MMO player. So far I've logged about 20 hours in this game, and I've been enjoying it. I like the monsters and mobs and stuff that you get to fight in this game. I'm not much for the story in it. There's too much irrelevant minutia for me. I'm not big on that sort of stuff. The single player RPGs and stuff, where the focus is on the story, is more where I pay attention to this sort of thing. But as far as like the grinds and stuff go, it's a typical MMO. Go here, fetch this. Pick up this object next to me and hand it to me sort of deal. Go kill this mob or this boss but it's honestly it's really good. The gameplay loop is a lot of fun. I've been enjoying the spell combinations, trying to come up with good combos of skills to use at different times, what works for bosses, what works for larger mobs. And I've been enjoying it. Like, my understanding of the game is you don't actually finish the story until you're like gear level 14, 50 or something like that. So there is a lot of story attached to the game and a lot to kind of keep you interested for longer. I've been playing a sorceress, combat level 30 now, but in the footage I'm 25. I've been focusing on mainly boss damage, trying to keep up, kill the bosses as quickly as I can to progress, so that way I can experience the playing with friends aspects of the game, which is the aspect that I have the most interest in. I'm not so much interested in the content that I have to do myself. I'm more interested in the gameplay that I can do with friends, dungeon content, the harder side of things where you've got to team up and fight stuff as a group, which we will do a secondary review once I get there. But to start with, we wanted to talk about the early stages, pros and cons. So the good aspects of the game is it is very pretty. The details and stuff they put into the world are top notch, and a lot of the quests and that sort of thing kind of lead you from place to place. They don't make you travel halfway across the map for one quest when the main quest line's leading you to the other. They kind of condensify each quest along the locations that you go. I've got a bit of story footage up in the background here that you can look at. There is spoilers here, so if you're worried about that, maybe avoid the end parts or any of the dialogue, but all in all, it feels really good. The mobs are they're not too challenging, so, they feel like a mob. You can get ganged up on and killed very quickly if you're not paying attention. Boss battles are satisfying, and your abilities feel like they matter. You can't just go in and spam everything and expect to do it. You've actually got to try and pick your abilities and make some decisions on where you're going to spec. As for the cons, I don't like the fact that a lot of the early game story stuff you can't play with friends. I think that is like the big grabber for MMOs, and I think people should be able to start characters together and play through the story as a group rather than playing it solo, but it's obviously not the choice that they went with, and honestly that's a bit of a letdown for me. I am very much a community-based gamer, so. But honestly, that's about it. Music's good, atmosphere that they said is really good, and the gameplay loop is fun, so There's not much else I can say about this until the next one, but I do recommend. Game is free, it doesn't hurt to try. So I hope you enjoy. But without further ado, my name's Mad Rush. This here's the Madhouse, and you guys are fucking awesome. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, or night, whatever the case may be, and I'll see you all in the next one.